everyone, it's me Jenny and welcome to the channel Lovingly Knee. So in this video I'm going to show you how to crochet this mermaid tail, and this is for newborn up to 1 month old, and this is how it looks like. The stitches here, it is called shell stitch, and the fin right here, this is called a ribbing stitch, where we crochet all the stitches at the back loop of the stitch to create this ribbing stitch. Okay, so the measurement from the waist till the end of the tail, it's 13 inches. And from the waist all the way down to this end of the fin, it is 20 inches. Okay, and the circumference around is 15 inches, but of course this is, you can stretch this a little bit just in case if the baby is slightly bigger. And okay, 15 inches. The yarn that I use for this mermaid tail is this one right here. This is loops and thread. It is medium weight yarn number 4, and I use the whole skein, and this is what left after I finish from start to end. Okay, and this is a 4.5 ounce skein, or 285 yards. Okay, and the crochet hook that I use is 5mm crochet hook, and you also need needle to sew the fin to the tail. Okay, and as I mentioned, I use one skein only, and this is a 4.5 ounce yarn, or 127 grams of yarn. Okay, so 3.8 ounce, or in gram it is 110 grams. Okay, you only need one skein of this to crochet. Okay, so without further ado, let's start. Okay, so we're going to start by making a magic loop. You can do your magic loop however way that you prefer. This is how I do my magic loop. Wrap the yarn around fingers, hold it right there, twist this yarn, hold it right there, hook in the loop, yarn over, and pull the yarn through the loop. Okay, so now once you made your magic loop, we're going to start round 1. We're going to start with chain 2, 1, 2, and this chain 2 does not count as stitch count. So now in this magic loop right here, we're going to make 14 double crochet stitch. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so once you made 14 double crochet, now we're going to close the hole at the middle by pulling this tail right here. Okay, now we're going to finish up with slip stitch. We're going to slip stitch at the first double crochet stitch right here. Okay, so now we're going to start round 2, and for round 2 we're going to make 7 shell stitch. We're going to start with chain 1, and this chain one right here count as single crochet. And in the next stitch we're going to do the shell stitch. We're going to start with 3 double crochet shell stitch. So in this stitch, this next stitch, we're going to make 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now in the next stitch we're going to make 1 single crochet. Now next stitch, 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're going to alternate single crochet and 3 double crochet in the next stitch. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're going to repeat until we finish, and we made total of 7 of these shell stitch. So 1 single crochet, shell stitch, 1 single crochet, shell stitch. Okay, in this stitch right here, 3 double crochet, single crochet, okay, now we're at the last stitch right here. We're going to make the last shell stitch, 3 double crochet, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now we're going to finish up with slip stitch at this chain. This is the chain 1 from beginning of the round. Okay, slip stitch. Okay, this is how it looks like for round 1. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shell stitch. Now we're going to do the next round. We're going to slip stitch 1 stitch right here. So after you do the slip stitch 1 stitch, now we're going to start right here, 1 single crochet in the next stitch. Okay, and we're going to place the stitch marker to mark the beginning of the round so you won't be confused. I normally don't use stitch marker, but for this tutorial it's easy for me to show with stitch marker. Okay, so now we're going to make our first shell stitch, 3 double crochet in this single crochet from previous round here. 1, 2, 3. Now single crochet on this shell stitch from the previous round. Okay, so what we're going to do is we do single crochet on the shell stitch from the previous round and the shell stitch in the single crochet from the previous round. Okay, now in the single crochet right here we're going to make 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now 1 single crochet on the shell stitch. Now we're going to make 3 double crochet in this single crochet from the previous round. 1, 2, 3. We're going to make total 7 shell stitch. So far 1, 2, 3, okay, 1 single crochet. Now shell stitch right here on the single crochet. 1, 2, 3, Now one single crochet right here. Now we're going to make 3 double crochet in this single crochet from previous round. 1, 2, 3. Now one single crochet on top of this shell stitch. Now we're going to make our last shell stitch in this chain 1 from the previous round. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, make sure each round you have 7 shell stitch. So this is the first shell stitch from this round, round 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now we can remove the stitch marker and we're going to slip stitch right here. This is the beginning of the round where we did the single crochet stitch. We're going to slip stitch right here. Down with round 3, this is how it looks like. Okay, so now we're going to repeat what we did at round 3 right here until we reach round 6. Okay, so once you're done with round 3, to continue the next round, you're going to slip 1 stitch forward and make 1 single crochet on this shell stitch right here. And this is the beginning of the stitch for this round, round 4. Okay, place the stitch marker, and now we're going to repeat. We're going to make the shell stitch in the single crochet and the 1 single crochet on top of the shell stitch. Okay. Okay, single crochet right here. Now 3 double crochet right here. Okay, so go ahead and finish up round 4, and I'll see you once you're done. Just make sure that you have 7 shell stitch in every round. Okay, go ahead and finish up. I'll see you at the end of round 4. Now I'm going to make the last shell stitch for round 4. The last shell stitch, you're going to make it in the single crochet from the previous round. Okay, right here where we did the slip stitch. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now remove the stitch marker, and we're going to slip stitch in the single crochet right here. Okay, so we're done with round 4. So far this is how it looks like. Now we're going to do the same pattern how we did round 2, 3, and 4. We're going to do until round 6. Okay, and as I mentioned, before you start the next round, you're going to slip 1 stitch forward and single crochet in the next stitch. And this is the mark for beginning of the round, and place your stitch marker. Okay, so go ahead and finish up round 5 and round 6. So I'll see you once you're done with round 6. Okay, so once you crochet until round 6, go ahead and slip stitch right here. And now we're going to start round 7. For round 7, it's basically the same as what we did at the previous few rounds here. Instead of 3 double crochet for the shell stitch, we're going to make 4 double crochet. Okay, so we're going to slip 1 stitch forward, 1 single crochet in the next stitch, and this is the beginning of our round. Now place the stitch marker, and you're going to make 4 double crochet in this single crochet right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now we're going to make one single crochet in this shell stitch from the previous round. Now 4 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so go ahead and finish up round 7, and I'll meet you at the end of the round. Okay, so for round 7 is basically, as I mentioned, the same as the previous round. Instead of 3 double crochet, we're going to make 4 double crochet for the shell stitch. Okay, I'll see you at the end of round 7. I'm almost done with round 7. I'm going to do the last shell. The last shell stitch is going to be in the single crochet from the previous round. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, now we're going to finish up. Remove the stitch marker and slip stitch in the single crochet where we started at the beginning of this round, round 7. Okay, just slip stitch right here. Okay, so we're done with round 7. Now for the next 6 round 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 until round 13. Each round we're going to slip 2 stitch forward to start every round. Slip 1, next stitch, 2. Okay, and we're going to start our first stitch right here. The next stitch we're going to make the first single crochet stitch and place the stitch marker, and you're going to do the shell stitch in the single crochet from a previous round and the single crochet on the shell stitch from the previous round. Okay, we're going to make the shell stitch right here, 4 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to make one single crochet on top of the shell stitch right here and shell stitch in the single crochet. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, so I'm going to finish round 8, and I'm going to show you once again how to continue the following round. Now I'm going to do the last shell stitch for round 8. I'm going to do right here single crochet from the previous round, 4 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, now we're going to slip stitch in this single crochet right here where we started the round. And to continue the next round, we're going to slip stitch 2 stitch forward, 1, 2, and at the next stitch we're going to make one single crochet, and this is the beginning of our round. Okay, place your stitch marker and continue like how we did at the previous round. Okay, so go ahead and finish up until round 13, and I'll see you once you're done. Okay, once you crochet until round 13, now we're going to finish up by slip stitch in this single crochet right here. Now we're going to start round 14, and round 14 onwards we're going to do 5 double crochet shell stitch. Okay, so instead of 4 double crochet we're going to make 5 double crochet. Okay, so to start the next round, round 5, we're going to slip 2 stitch forward, 1, 2. Now one single crochet right here, and this is the beginning of our round. There's the stitch marker, and we're going to make 5 double crochet in the single crochet stitch. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. and 1 single crochet on top of the shell stitch from the previous round, and shell stitch in the single crochet, 5 double crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so go ahead and finish up until you done the last shell stitch for round 14, and I'm going to show you how we're going to continue the next round. I'll see you once you're done. Okay, once you crochet until you made your last shell stitch right here, now we're going to slip stitch in this single crochet from beginning of the round. Now we're going to start the next round. We're going to slip 2 stitch forward, 1, 2, and 1 single crochet in the next stitch. Okay, this 1 single crochet is the mark of our new stitch of the round. Okay, so now you're going to do the same as what you did at round 14. You're going to make 5 double crochet in the single crochet stitch from the previous round, and 1 single crochet on top of the shell right here. Okay, you're going to continue until you reach 13 inches, 13 inches right here. Okay, but if you want to make it longer, you can do make it longer if you want to, 13 inches or about 30.3 centimeters. Okay, now go ahead and finish up until you reach 13 inches length, and I'll see you once you're done. Okay, so once you crochet until you reach 13 inches of length, now you're going to slip stitch to finish up the last round. As I mentioned earlier, you can make it longer if you wanted to, but for this tutorial it's going to be 13 inches length. We're going to slip stitch right here, chain 1 to secure stitches, and cut the yarn. Okay, this is how it looks like. About 13 inches. Okay, next we're going to do the fin. You're going to make 2 pieces of this. Actually there's 2 ways on how to crochet the fin. What I normally do is I start from the longer part right here and decrease, and then do the half of it where I start to increase. Okay, but for this tutorial I'm going to make it a little bit easy, where I'm going to show you how to do one side of the fin, and you're going to make 2, and we're going to sew at the middle right here. Okay, there are a total of 23 rows, and we're going to start right here and slowly increase all the way to row 23. Grab your yarn. We're going to start right here. Okay, so we're going to make a slip knot. Now we're going to chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so after you chain 10, now we're going to start the first row. We're going to make 8 half double crochet stitch, and we're going to start in the 3rd chain. 1, 2, 3. The first half double crochet is in the 3rd chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now we're done with the first row, row 1. Now for row 2, we're going to start to do the increase. We're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to make 10 half double crochet stitch and starting in the third chain right here. Okay, so from row 2 onwards, we're going to start to crochet all the stitches in the back loop to get this ribbing stitch right here. Okay, now in the third chain, 1, 2, 3, we're going to make our first half double crochet. 1, 2, and right here we're going to crochet in the back loop. Okay, so this is the regular stitch, this is the front loop, and this is the back loop. We're going to crochet in the back loop. We're going to make total 10 half double crochet. That's mean 1 half double crochet in each of the stitch right here. Okay, so now in the last stitch, we're going to crochet the regular stitch where we're going to crochet front and back loop together. Okay, so now we're going to start row 3, start with chain 1, turn over, and we're going to make 10 half double crochet stitch across. Okay, all the stitches we crochet in the back loop except for the last stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the last stitch, half double crochet number 10, we're going to crochet both front and back loop. Okay, now we're going to do the next increase. We're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to make 12 half double crochet stitch, and we're going to start in the third chain, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and the last stitch, half double crochet number 12, we're going to crochet both front and back loop. Okay, so far this is how it looks like. Okay, now we're going to do row 5, start with chain 1, turn over, and we're going to make 12 half double crochet stitch across. All the stitches crochet in the back loop except for the last stitch where we crochet both front and back loop. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, now done with row 5. So for row 6, we're going to do the increase. So we do the increase every other row. Okay, now at row 6, we're going to do the chain 4. So it's slowly going to increase. Okay, every time you reach at this end where we do the increase, you're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're going to make 2 stitch increase. Now starting in the third chain, now we are doing row 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For row 6, we're going to make 14 half double crochet starting in the third chain. Okay, so 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Okay, so go ahead and finish up until you reach row 23. I'm going to explain once again how to do the increase. Every time once you crochet back to this part, you're going to chain 4 to add 2 stitch increase at every row. Okay, so you're going to slowly do the 2 stitch increase until you reach row 23. Okay, so go ahead and finish up until row 23 and I'll see you once you're done. Okay, after you crochet until row 23, this is how it looks like. Now we're going to finish up with chain 1 and we're going to cut the yarn. Just cut enough for you to weave in the ends, and you're going to make 2 pieces of the same pattern. Okay, and we're going to join at the middle right here. Okay, so now we're going to join at the middle right here. You can sew using needle or you can use crochet hook. I'm going to use crochet hook and join both pieces using single crochet stitch. Okay, so you make a slip knot. And you're going to just start from here, here. Okay, so once you did your last stitch, going to chain 1 to secure stitches and cut the yarn and weave in the ends. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Now we're going to grab needle and you're going to grab a very long yarn because we're going to make a ruffle right here. We're just going to sew the fin to make it like roughly. Okay, now you're going to secure the end of the yarn by wrapping it several times on the needle and pull it through all the way to the end. Okay, now we're going to sew just in and out at every row. And we're going to create a ruffle. Okay, going to make a knot right here to secure. Okay, so now we're going to grab this and we're going to sew it from here to here. Okay, we're done with the mermaid tail and this is how it looks like. I do hope you find this tutorial easy to follow. If you have any question, leave your question at the comment section down below. I will try my very best to reply. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video and share this video with your fellow crochet friends. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not already and click on the bell notification. That way you will be notified every time when I upload a video. And yeah, that's all for now. Have a wonderful day. God bless and bye.